What's you guys, Stephen Hatcher, LNT detectorist. How are you all doing? Well, this is our first wild camp. Oh God, it's got to be well over 30 years. Bloody hell, was that a struggle to get into here? That was a hump and a half, I tell you. Not only with all the stuff on my back, I didn't realise how much stuff I had. Obviously I won't bring this next time, all this stuff. I'm trying out one or two stuff that I've bought because I've got a tarp and I've also got a tent as well. I don't need both of those, but I thought I'd bring them just to see what they're like more than anything, see which one I want to use, see whether the tent's any good, or the tarp and sling, so we'll give that a go. So I brought quite a bit of stuff with me, so it's a bit of a bloody hump, I can tell you, especially coming through these woods. See these woods behind me. I had to do it in rotation, carry the bike 100 yards, put my burger down, then go back for the burger, bring the burger up, then going back and get the bike. I had to do it in rotation like that because I had to carry my bike through that bramble, fallen trees, and it's like a fallen coppice. Lots of nice wood around here. It's a beautiful spot. It's absolutely stunning spot, and it's really worth all the effort to get here. And it was a bloody effort, I tell you. I'm bleeding knackered. It took me 3 hours to calm down to get into the zone. But I'll just show you my kit here, guys. I'll just turn my camera around and show you where I've come from. This is the beautiful spot that I'm at. Absolutely feckin' glorious. No one has been down here. Gosh, centuries I should think. There's no trace of life at all down here. That's all my gear there, so a bit of a kit, guys. I've got my burger there, I think that's a 70-80 litre, I'm not sure. I've got another pack there, a cool pack with my food in and everything. Obviously all the water anywhere. That weighs a ton on my back on the bike. You think it'd be easier on the bike, but weighed a bloody ton. And all the gear I've got on my bike as well, just get out the sun. I've got both pannions full of stuff, guys, and I've got packs on either side as well. My roasting rack and all various stuff there, all my camera equipment. And I've actually come through all of this. You can imagine getting a bike through all of that, guys, and walking through with a burger and all your equipment. It's a bleeding nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Would you agree? It's bloody worth it. Absolutely stunning stuff. Right, I'm not sure I'm going to set this up here now because there's not many straight trees about to get my tarp up. I might put my tarp that tree to that tree there, have the tarp coming across here, so we'll have a fire down here, and then if I put the tent up, I put the tent over there or over there to the side of the tarp. I don't know yet, but we'll have a look. Just give you a quick scan down the river, and we'll do a bit more filming later on, but once I'm all set up and sorted, I'll show you all my gear. And look at this for a location. Absolutely isolated spot. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we'll get camp set up, guys, and I'll come back when it's all set up and I'll show you exactly what I've got, what I've brought, how I've done everything. What you guys? Well, all set up. Just got a bit of dinner on. Carl's with me. If you're wondering who's holding the camera, he's only popped down for a few hours. He'll be going later on, but I thought I'd cook some chicken before we go. We've got some nice embers going there. A little bit of a spit going across the top, which is nice. Absolutely gorgeous here. Beautiful. Lots of dead wood. Plenty of dead wood around here. Right, so I'm just. It's going to take about an hour or so for this chicken to cook. I can always spray the legs and drop it down a bit further once those embers get down, but that's a nice heat there just at the moment. As you can see, the juices are starting to come out of that chicken, which is lovely. And I'm just going to pop on a bit of my favourite sauce, which is Red's Unholy. I think this is from America. It's beautiful barbecue sauce, and I haven't actually bought my, I did have a little brush, I suppose could make one out of a twig or something, but just spread a bit of this on top of here, guys. That is warm on there. Just a little bit on there, nice and liberally. I'll spread it across with a knife. on the top there like that, lovely job with it. That'll give chance for it to work its way into the meat. And also some nice Chinese fire spice as well. Sprinkle a bit of that over the top as well. I'll spread this in a minute. The embers of that fire are really hot, which is lovely. Lovely job. Oh, gorgeous place. You know, I don't think anybody's ever walked through this pasture. It's mostly no birch or anything. There's no oak either. So it's mostly alder. They all need knocking back a bit because they do need pruning. Alders do. Right, that's our spices on. Just give that a bit of a smudge over like that, guys. Nothing too fancy. Just get it all in there. Get all those nice spices and barbecue sauce working away there. Just spread it in there. And that fire is fucking hot. I should have did this before I put them on really, but there you go. That'll do lovely. Packer. So that's I'll keep spinning this as well. That'll take about an hour and a half maybe. I'll test it with a prong just to make sure it's cooked all the way through. You've got to make sure chicken is cooked, guys. If you're cooking pigeon or anything, you want that nice and rare. But the same as so it's moving in the bushes over there then. Yeah, so you've got to make sure chicken is well cooked, guys. Nice and crispy, just like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Lovely jubbly. Just clean my knife. You see the setup I've got, it's the first time in 35 bloody years that I've been out. Sun's starting to settle now. I think we've got a couple of hours of sun less. Don't get dark now till about 8 o'clock. I always take wet wipes with me, guys, sterilising stuff as well. First aid kit. Always think safety because you're working with knives, guys. I've got loads of knives, axes and whatever. Safety first. You know, when you're carving, always carve away from you and either into your chest or whatever. Be very, very careful. But I'll look at that as we go along. I might carve a cookser if I can find a decent bit of wood. And cookser, for those that don't know, is a mug. It'd be nice to have a mug. I think it's the rite of passage when you're a wild camper to have a cookser. So we'll try and do that if I can, but it does take a lot of time to do one of those. I've got some augers as well. I wanted to do some get some sap out of some birch, but there ain't no bloody birch around here, whether there's any over the other side of the field, but I'll have a walk down the river because it's the time of year now, the sap is rising. I may be too late actually, we may be a bit too late for the rising sap, but it should be alright if I can find a birch, that is. But we'll have a look down the river in the morning and I'll give that's dripping away lovely now, that chicken is, guys. Just have a close up of that chicken, zoom in a bit. You have got a zoom on there, Cole. Lovely jubbly. Got some lovely embers on that fire now. So it's just a basic tarp setup. I've still got a sling there as well set up. Lovely jubbly. I do need a lot more paracord as well, more than I thought. It's been a long time since I've been wild camping. But you know, we've adapted a porch here as such. Really, you need paracord from there, sides that tree. Over there somewhere, but that works a treat. And there's also somewhere to hang stuff as well. That branch works a treat. It's just going over the ridge line, and it's wedged onto the back of the tarp. It's coming through there, and I've got the tarp lashed to the to this piece of wood. And it makes a lovely frame. Hang your torches, knives, or whatever. Lovely jubbly. So lovely. Lots of dead wood. There won't be need for more chopping or sawing here. There's tons of dead wood. Spin round. Let's cook the one side there already. Right, that shouldn't take too long. We'll get a bit more wood on there and we'll catch you later. The sun's starting to set now. About another hour. And that chicken is roasting away lovely. Bit of barbecued chicken. Lovely jubbly. It looks pucker. I might save a bit for a stew later because I'm here for a couple of days hopefully. I might make a bit of bannock bread. I'll do a savoury one and a fruity one, which would be nice. The fire's burning away a treat. Carl's still with me. He's going to have a bit of this chicken, a bit of supper, and he'll be on his way. Don't want to go back through that bloody glade in the dark because you'll get bleeding lost. Bit of bannock.
What time's breakfast?
Carl's just said, what time's breakfast? He'll be back for breakfast. And all the family. That fire's going a treat. That chicken, it's so you got to be careful with the chicken, make sure it's cooked. Okay, it looks a bit crispy, but that's the way we love it. Bit of smokiness as well. With all those spices and sauces I've put on there. I've just put a bit of a honey on as well. Lovely jubbly. Be nice with a bowl of rice. Or a jacket, I've got some taters. I'll do some jackets as well tomorrow. Just get out in the woods. Turn off that white noise from life. It's took me a few hours to get in the zone as such. Peaceful zone of wild camping. Got some lovely embers there. Pucker. You alright, Carl?
Hi-oh.
You having a nice time?
Yeah, it's lovely. Peaceful.
You're going to get out and do a bit with me soon?
ASAP.
Yeah, he's going to sort yourself a tarp. And a bed sling, be nice. I need to cut my gear down dramatically. I've got way too much gear. But I said I was going to bring it all anyway, just to try it. I might put my tent up tomorrow, I don't know. I'll see how the mood takes me and see whether that hammocks will keep me warm tonight. It should be. It's going to be a clear night, so there may be a bit of a drop in temperature tonight because the skies are clear. I think that chicken might be ready, you know. Anybody fancy a bite of that chicken? Oh,
that is absolutely gorgeous. No, who needs a cooker when you have a fire?
pucker. Got two more of the big pieces on there. Roasting away. Get this down my gullet. Look at that. Beautifully cooked. The skin was lovely. Absolutely delicious. Back at you in a minute, guys. Got a set of these stainless steel plates. They're ideal. Easy to clean. Quite light as well. I think I got them from Rise. I think there's only about £5 for two big ones and two small ones. Lovely. We'll have a bit of a ramble down the river. Try and do a bit of hunting. I won't take anything other than a pigeon or a squirrel. I might take a pheasant if it's a good shot. I won't take a shot if it's not going to be an instant kill. I shan't bother. So I need to get quite close. You know, don't just randomly shoot at stuff, guys, unless you know you're going to kill them and you're a good enough shot. The last thing in the world you want to do is maim an animal. That'd be horrible. Okay, some people don't like hunting. Why should you hunt when there's plenty of stuff in the shops? People say, well, why not? They're all game to me. Pigeon, squirrel, pheasant, they're all game. So why not while you're out there? If you don't like it, don't watch it. I won't do the actual kills, I wouldn't put it on this channel. But I'll certainly do the dressing and the cooking. Because I know a lot of youngsters do watch the channel, so I won't do kills. That wouldn't be right. What a beautiful spot this is. It is, it's like the Enchanted Wood. Somewhat out Lord of the Rings. Fire's going a treat. Made a nice ash pit there, so when we're finished it'll all be covered up. There'll be no trace. But that's been burning now. Oh, what time did I get here? What time's it now?
About 4 you got.
Yeah, what time's it now? 8?
About that, yeah.
Been burning for 4 hours solid, that fire. We've had a few cups of tea, we've had roast chicken, barbecue chicken, all off dead wood, chopped nothing down at all. It's all off ground surface wood. Okay, you'd struggle in the winter to do that. You'd have to take lean in dead wood. There's plenty of that around here, so that would be dry in the rain. So you're never lost for options. could have a shave with that axe blade. Carl's just gone off to strangle his snake. We've got a few knives, I'll show you them in the morning. Moras, they're alright. I've only got cheap Moras, I haven't got the expensive ones, but they're quite nice knives. Quite nice knives. Oh, that fire is lovely. It's lovely sitting here by the fire. You're really at peace. It's hard for me to be at peace these days. Right guys, the sun's well set now, it's getting a bit dark. I don't know whether you can see me in there, see me in the back here with my vaping device. Carl's gone now, so I'm out in the woods on my own now, which is nice. It's lovely having company though. He's a nice lad Carl is. We'll be doing a few more wild camping adventures together, hopefully. But now I'm at peace. All the white noise from home is gone. TV, phone, everything that goes on with life just goes on pause for a moment. It gives you a chance to reflect. The main reason I came out this week, on my other channel I usually do 4 or 5 uploads every single week for the last 3 years on my other channel, but this week I've done none. Don't know whether any of you guys know, probably a few of you know. It was the anniversary of my Christine being killed on Wednesday. So that's why I felt the need to be out here tonight. It's lovely to be here with your thoughts. Highly recommend it to anyone. Okay, solo camping might be a bit scary for some people. But doesn't bother me. But it's nice to have a buddying up with someone, that's lovely. If you're going to go on your first camp, your first ever wild camp, I suggest you do it in your back garden to start with. Just get used to it, make sure you've got the right gear, make sure you're warm enough, make sure you've got enough cooking stuff and utensils and the stuff to make it through the night and the next day. So in your back garden, and if ever you do go on your first wild camp, true wild camp, buddy up with someone just to get a bit of confidence to start with. But once you've done a solo once, you know, some people are not that way inclined. They do get a bit spooked with what's moving around. There's plenty of stuff move around in the night, I can tell you that. But we've got nothing to be fearful of in this country, not animal wise anyway. But I don't think there'll be any humans as such coming in, disturbing me. But it doesn't bother me. They'd be very foolish to come to my camp in the night. Very foolish. We're well armed, put it that way, we're well armed. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off, and I've just remembered that I forgot my cable to charge my phone. Bugger. So I'll have to do everything on my camera now. Well, that's a bit of a pain in the backside because I haven't got a mount for that. What an idiot. I bought my my LiPo charging device, but I've not brought the cable. Dear oh dear, what a plonker. Sure, but it is a bit of light. Here we go. Right, I'll call that a night. I'll get myself wrapped up, probably read a book, probably Moby Dick. and I might have a cup of chocolate before I tuck in, and it's nothing exciting, frightening. Happens in the night. We'll see you in the morning with a nice cup of tea, and we'll have a bit of a fried breakfast. What you guys? It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Just thought I'd warm myself up because I don't know whether you can hear in the background. They were really close just a few minutes ago. In the foxes. There's a couple of foxes out there. Probably having a fight over something they've killed. He's right out in front of me now, out there somewhere. Those little buggers woke me up. There was one close, but they'll see the fire, they'll scarper. But really noisy. Yeah, there's definitely two of them. Probably a male and a female. The one is pretty close. I think it's coming up the river over there. Up the river path. But got a lovely fire going. Warm the old bones up a little bit. A chance to have I wanted to have a wee anyway. So I think I'll put the kettle on and have a cup of tea while I'm awake. Because I won't go to sleep with those barking all night. Till later guys. Just turn the camera around so you can see my face in this light. Bear with me, bear with. Bear with, lovely fire. Here we go guys, packer. Quite warm now. I wonder what the bloody light was over there. It looks like a bloody headlight of a car. It's the moon going down over there. Don't know whether you can see that. Can you see that behind me there guys? Right, see it? I thought it was a light coming through the forest. Bloody hell, I'm getting a bit hot now by this fire. Lovely jubbly. Oh, I'm warm now. Well, those foxes are having a right old row. Bloody thing, that was really close. Oh, there was one to my left and one to my right. Barking like mad, they woke me up. All good fun. I think there's 4 of them, you know. There's one quite a distance and one quite close to my right. There's one quite close to my left, and there's one behind me I think. So I think they got me surrounded. Lovely jubbly. There's a fire there guys. Lovely jubbly. I'm really toasty warm now. Pretty cold. Yeah, it's pretty cold tonight. These tactical trousers I've got, they're bloody shite. I've got 2 pairs. These ones are useless. They make you sweat. Make your legs sweat, which is pointless. See that moon glistening behind me? Looks like somebody flashing a light, doesn't it? It's not, it's the moon. And foxes are moving away now. I can understand why some of those sounds of the night would spook people. Spook some people anyway. But they're only animals, they're not going to hurt you. They certainly won't come anywhere near a fire. That's the fact. I'll stay well away. So I may run home on the bike. I think all my gear will be safe here, I don't know. It'll only take me about an hour to go there and back. Change my bloody trousers because these are bloody crap what I'm wearing. And get my charging cables and come back and stay another night. Or I may just pack up tomorrow late afternoon and go home. We'll see. I lost my girl 5 years ago. Wednesday just gone. She was killed. And I suffer badly with since that day I suffer badly with anxiety. depression. I suppose they call it mental illness, I don't know. But I'm finding it hard to get back on track. But jaunts out like this really help, they really do. Help settle my mind, have a bit of a think about things. How can I improve my life? How can we all improve our lives and become better? I certainly don't enjoy life as much now since Christine's gone. But I'm trying, I'm really trying. But it's really hard. It's 5 years now. 5 years. It seems like yesterday. All of it is in my head. Like a video player. Still playing and playing and playing. Even after 5 years. A lot of people say it heals with time, but it ain't happening for me. In fact, I think it may be getting worse. But we'll keep plodding away. But so it does help getting out here. It really cheers me up coming out to doing this. That fire's burning down now. Must be about 2:45 now. The serenity and the peacefulness. It's almost deafening. The stars are shining. I can see all the stars in the sky. Got a full moon behind me. Nice little embers of the fire still crackling away. All you can hear is the crackle of the embers and the odd strange noise of a night. But it's not really pitch black. It's pitch black at ground level, but if you look up, you know, I can see all the outline of all the trees. I can see the sky. Really, really dark blue. With the glistening stars twinkling away. I can hear geese in the background. Bloody hell, they were noisy around about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Those are having a right hole to do down there on the river somewhere. But they seem to have quietened down. The foxes seem to have gone. Unless they're creeping up on me stealthily. In numbers. But no, I think they've moved off. I noticed to my right, before it got dark, it's mostly alder tree forest here. They're really bushy and lots of big straight twigs. I don't think they do any cropping or any cutbacking of the alders around here. Because you have to cut them back every year, alders. Otherwise they go a bit wild. And I noticed one rotten one. This is on the ground, massive one. All the branches have been chewed off. Every single branch had been chewed off. All around about 2 foot off the ground. So that can only be deer. Probably muntjac. Because they chew away at the trees to sharpen the teeth and get whatever calcium or whatever they can get from the bark. Because the only problem I've got with these hammocks and tarps, even though you've got a ground sheet on the floor, all your stuff is at floor level, if you know what I mean. And any animals, mice or whatever, or if there's any rats about, foxes, they can come in and have a mooch about. Whereas in a tent, you're enclosed in a capsule. So I think you maybe just feel a bit safer in a tent. Those of you who are a bit concerned, solo camping or even having a go or camping. I think I'll put some more logs on the fire. I hope you're all having a good day, guys, or a good week or weekend, whenever you're looking at this. Give me a like and a subscribe if you like what you see. If you want to see anything involving bushcraft, I'm always willing to do it. Show you guys how to do it, whatever it may be. So I'm not a tutorial channel, it's just me doing what I do. Just LNT adventurers outdoors. I do all sorts: drone filming, magnet fishing, metal detecting, camping, sea fishing, all sorts. Anything to do with outdoors. So if you want to see anything on the in bushcraft or wild camping, just let me know down below. I'm not a shopping channel for products you can get for wild camping. There's enough of those reviewers out there that just sit there selling stuff. And some of them are good wild campers, and all they do seem to do is push various items of products to go wild camping. But hey ho, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. Every man to his own. So I'm not a shopping channel. Not QVC on what to buy in wild camping. But I will show you the products that I use. Everything I do is under a budget. Everything is under a budget. I can't afford these 60, 70, £100 knives, axes. These £200 backpacking tents. £100 sleeping, but I can't afford that. Christ. So everything's done on a budget. So, I'll let you know what I've got. It'll all be value stuff. And I'll let you know if it's any good or shite. But fire's taking its time to flare up. But it's lovely and warm. So no, you're not going to see me pushing merchandise on this channel. It's just about me, myself and I, the three of us in the woods. And you guys, of course. I love watching bushcraft videos. If they're not too commercial. I don't like the ones that are commercial, pushing this, pushing that. I've got this, I've got that, I've got this. Go and buy that, go and buy this. I don't like them so much, but I like the proper wild camping. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of YouTubers doing some nice stuff out there. I'm not perfect, guys. I don't know everything. I know how to survive in the wild. That's all that counts. Whatever it takes to get by. I only use 2 or 3 knots and that's it. No fancy knots with me. Just knots that do the job. No fancy equipment. It's really quiet now. All the animals seem to have gone to sleep. No more geese, no more foxes. It's a full moon as well. Perhaps there's 1 or 2 wolves knocking about. Apparently somebody told me a few weeks ago that there was a wild boar, pig, around these parts. I don't know how that can be unless she's escaped from a wildlife park, I don't know. If I don't use my tent, my backpacking tent this time, I may use it next time just to show you the difference. So we've got a tarp set up at the moment with a hammock. Nice and simple. I think with a tent as well you get a bit more warmth inside because it's enclosed capsule. You get a couple of 4 or 5 degrees warmer inside the tent than outside. So that's a bonus as well. But I do like to mix it up. Sometimes I sleep on the ground with just a so much to my right then, crunching through the bushes. Yeah, just with a mat under me and a sleeping bag. Sometimes I sleep on the ground, but I don't do that so much now because the old bones can't cope with it no more. So we like a bit of comfort now. I used to do the minimal packs, minimal camping, minimal gear. Just a knife, a hatchet, a ferro stick, ground, and a sleeping bag. And just go out in the woods for a few days just with minimal equipment like that. And see how long you can survive for. I should do that many years ago. But now all my gear it's in a 50 litre bag now. A lot more gear now. Because you need a little bit of comfort. I see lots of videos where guys keep going on about the temperature. Oh, it's -2, it's -3. Half hour later, oh, it's -4. If though it's a rite of passage to go out wild camping and be as cold conditions as you can. Because believe me, they're all suffering when it's that cold. You can't be comfortable when it's that cold. But I suppose that's the survival side of it really, more than anything. But perhaps when I was young, but not now. Yeah, stars are out. Beautiful. Starry, starry night. Paint your palette blue and grey. Look out on a summer's day. Realize that what there's nothing can forget. Like stories. Some definitely to my right, crunching around. Don't know what that is. It's pitch black down there. I don't know what's in them woods. There's something in them woods to my right, crunching away. It's probably a deer, probably a muntjac. Yeah, we'll have a ram around in the morning with the catapult, the sling shot. See what we can find for tomorrow night's supper. But I've got to stand by just in case I can't find anything, because there's not a lot of pigeons around here. I've seen 1 or 2 squirrels. I can hear pheasants everywhere. But I fancied a bit of pigeon tomorrow. Bit of pigeon breast. That'd be nice. But we'll see. We'll have a walk, we'll do a bit of hunting. We'll do a bit of carving. I was going to do some fishing, make a fishing rod and everything, but something else I've left behind, my line. I usually bring a couple of 100 yards of monofilament line, a couple of hooks, and make up a fishing rod while I'm here, especially out of these alder trees. Some beautiful strips of alder right next to me here. Make lovely bows as well. I also wanted to make a bow saw, but I've left my blades at home, so I can't do one of those. So that'll all be for next time. There's lots I want to go through. I know there's lots of bushcrafters out there that know everything, but there's lots of guys that don't. There's lots of people that just like watching videos like this. Sitting with me by the campfire. It's gone 3 o'clock in the morning now. We're all sat here listening to me ramble on. If you've seen my Car Vapor TV program channel, YouTube channel, Car Vapor TV, you'll know that I do tend to ramble a little bit. Well, hey ho. My channel, I do what I like. People have got a choice at the end of the day, ain't they, to watch. And again, if nothing happens exciting in the night, if I don't get attacked by a load of Apaches, or my tarp falls down, or I fall out of my hammock, we'll see you in the morning. Oh, got an owl to my left. He's pretty close. Trying to see if I can see him. I can see the silhouette of the trees against the slight dark blue hue of the midnight sky. Well, it's not midnight, it's 3 o'clock. There he is, you hear him. A lovely sound. You don't get all this watching Coronation Street. This is the soap opera of the woods. It's not virtual reality, it is reality. And it's beautiful. Till tomorrow, guys. Good night. God bless. Oh, what's you guys? Good morning. Oh, went quite cold that did in the night. It's quite cold this morning as well, but quite very comfy in here. On and off sleeping. Got a few hours sleep though. I don't know what time it is now. I haven't got a clue. It's probably about 6 o'clock, I think. But I think we'll get the fire on. Get a cup of tea on, or a cup of coffee. A cup of fresh coffee, I think. I got some ground coffee. Little percolator. Get that fire on and get bloody warmed up a bit. It was bloody cold in the night. But still nice. Blimey, bloody freezing. Get this bloody fire going. Glorious morning, bit cold, bit chilly. That sun will soon be up. They'll come up over there from behind me. It's only 5:30, I thought it was a bit later. I think I went to bed about, it was about 3:30 in the end, wasn't it? Me rambling away. A couple of hours sleep. I'll have a kip in the daytime. Get this fire going, we'll get a cup of tea on the go. Watch you guys, a glorious day, absolutely beautiful. As I mentioned earlier, left all my charge cables at home. I got my power packs and everything, but forgot all my charge cables for my phone, my cameras, my GoPro and all that. So I've just been home on my bike. I've been gone about 2.5 hours and nothing's been touched, so it's lovely, nice isolated spots, which is beautiful. Which is what I wanted. You know, it took me a lot of time to find this place. And it's a hell of a trek to get in. The walk in and walk out is a nightmare, but it's worth it. You got to do this to get these spots, which is lovely. So I've got charging capabilities now, so I can keep filming, which is grand, absolutely grand. Yeah, it was a bit of a chilly night last night. I'm going to go for a walk now, have a bit of a ramble down the river, a bit of a mooch. See what's about, have a look around the area, bit of discovery. You're welcome to come with me, guys, but it is beautiful. I absolutely love this spot. I think I'll call it Camp Christine, after my lovely girl. Beautiful. Yeah, so I'll get kitted up and we'll go for a little bit of a walk. And I'll come back and I'll put a stew on for tonight for Carl, because that'll take a few hours. I'll cut some beef up, some carrots, some potatoes, some garlic, a bit of magic sauce. I think I'll make some dumplings as well. I've got some suet, I've got some flour, so I'll make some dumplings as well, which will be nice. Look forward to that. And if I can bag a couple of pigeons, that'd be nice for tomorrow. But we'll have a look, we'll have a walk. Oh, I've changed my bloody trousers as well. These are my other combat trousers. I much prefer these. These are lovely trousers, these are. They've got pockets everywhere, reinforced knees. They're not quite the colour that I wanted, but they'll do. I might get some black patches on my knees, but there's pockets everywhere. It's cut proof, waterproof, rip proof. Much comfier than the other ones. The other ones were too warm. I think the other ones are better for in the winter when it's really cold. But much more comfier now. Now I've got all my kit. Lovely jubbly. I bought a couple of beers as well, so we'll have those tonight. So I'm all sorted at last. But I love being here. Beautiful. Right, sort ourselves out. Yeah, I think we'll have a walk down the river. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan to me. And we'll come back, we'll have a cup of tea. Pucker. Fire's brilliant. It's doing great, the fire is. Right, till later guys. Right, let's go for a mooch, shall we? Bit of a mooch. Go around the back way, I think. I'll show you my setup and all my gear when I get back as well. Just to show you what I've got. So it's all bargain basement stuff, and it'll do me. I'll show you the way I've set up my tarp as well. Let's have a roam down here guys. Beautiful. There's the back of my tarp there guys, you can see. Nicely camouflaged. I've got my bike in there as well. I made it up that way, like 3/4 and 1/4 fold, so I can get my bike in there. One, it keeps the bike dry, and two, it keeps it nice and secure, which is nice. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that down that river there. That's stunning. I've got fields over the back of me here. It's meadowland. It's not pasture, sorry. It's not cultivated. It looks like pasture land for the sheep. But beautiful spot. And there's so much wood down here. Yeah, Carl just messaged me, he said he might come down later. So I'll get a stew on for the two of us for later tonight. Nice stew with dumpling, beef stew, and a couple of beers, as I said. Oh, this is really nice. I've got some hooks as well, some fishing lines, so I'll make a rod up hopefully if I get a chance. I want to do that much, it's unbelievable. I need to space it out and do it in other videos, but I want to make so many things, bushcrafting as well, carving, cookser, spatula, spoon, and various other things as well, walking stick, nice carved walking stick. This is absolutely beautiful. The bluebells coming up now in these glades. 12 o'clock. The only thing I'm annoyed with this area, the most versatile tree, whoops a daisy, just cut the camera in the tree, the most versatile tree you can have for bushcrafting, the birch, and there isn't any, which is disappointing because not only is it beautiful to carve with, birch, but you can get sap out of it, as I said before, by tapping the tree. Especially, we've just gone past the season for sapping actually. There may be still some in there, so it might be still worth having a go if I could find a birch tree. But there's not one birch tree around here, which is a shame. Yeah, not only getting a drink out, have a nice cold drink, sap, birch sap, not only getting the nice wood for carving, you can also make tea from chaga, which is like a spore that grows on the side, like a big bulbous, I don't the camera around. Big bulbous spore that grows on the side of birch trees. And that's chaga, guys. You can make a nice cold tea or a hot tea out of that, which is nice with a bit of honey. Not too bad. Not the best drink in the world, but it does actually taste like tea. Slight hint of aroma of tea, but a bit of honey in it, and it's lovely, hot. Also the polypus, the fungi you get on birch as well, that can be used to strop your blades, I mean. So the birch tree has got so many uses, and if I could list the medical benefits from birch, and the sap from birch, the chaga from birch, if I could list you the health benefits you get from that stuff, you would not believe it, guys. Just Google birch, the benefits of birch tree. I think it cures just about everything. Grand medicine. Just Google birch, benefits of birch tree, or birch tree sap, or chaga. You'll see it cures everything from blindness to gout, which is amazing. There's so many medicines in the forest, guys. Not only the tree sap, but the fungi, and you know, the wildflower, the wild fruits, the wild herbs. There's a lot of, I smelt a lot of mint coming through up there, so I might grab some of that and stick some of that, because I'm going to make a fruit bannock bread later for dessert tonight. We're going to have normal savoury bannock bread with the beef stew and dumplings, and we're going to have a fruit bannock bread with chopped raisins, chopped lime and lemon and orange, or dried, and chocolate chips as well. It might be nice to stick a bit of that wild mint in as well. I'm sure there's some wild garlic about, I can find that as well. Lots of foods about, there really is. You got to know what you're eating. You know, you can't just go around picking up fungi, because there's one or two of them that can do you serious damage, guys. So be very, very careful with fungi, mushrooms. You've got to know what you're doing. Oh, so there was a pigeon up there then. Oh, there you go. That's the route I came in there, guys, with my bike, through all those fallen trees. I had to clamber across them. Whoa, what a nightmare. This is a hell of a walk into this place. That's why it's so isolated. That's why I picked it. Nobody's going to come in here. Me don't think so. And there's my camp there, guys. Nice little fire pit there, with a little trestle, just a roughly made trestle going across to hang my pots on. A couple of pot hooks, just a bit of cordage there, guys, to hold those together. Nice little hole in the ground, so when we're finished we can backfill all that, so you'll never know we've been here. Whenever you're camping or out anywhere in the country, guys, if anything, leave it tidier than when you came. What I mean by that is leave no trace, you know, take all your stuff home, cover all your tracks, and if there's any rubbish anybody else has left, pick it up, just put it in a bag and take it out. Let's keep our countryside nice and clean, shall we? It's a beautiful country. There's a butterfly there. Me and Christine, when we was apart, we used to always, when we saw a butterfly, we used to always say I love you to each other every time we saw a butterfly when we was apart. The times that we were apart. Anyway, that's my setup there. Got the hammock strung across there. Lovely job. I've got a couple of logs there to sit on. I will make a bench later, but that's a fire pit, nice and easy. The hammock set up here, I've got a ridge there. I made this ridge, I've never seen this before, because I wanted this pointing up. I wanted the front of the bivvy pointing upwards a bit more, and all I've did is wedge that against the ridge line. It's wedged at the back of the bivvy, so it's giving me more space. It's lifting the tarp up there, it's lifting the tarp up here, and I quite like that, to be honest. It's not the tightest in the world, but I've got trees all around me, so I can't get it as taut or as tight. Another butterfly there, love you Chrissy. So I can't get it as tight as I'd like it. But in this valley here, there's very little wind coming here. I've just got it tied up. I've got my hammock there, guys. It's tied up to the tree with the usual knot there. Braced on with a twig. Quick release knots down to there as well. I've got a pegged out there. Pegged out both corners. There and there. And that's the ridge line up there again. Ridge line. And the hammock line. I don't use the knots here, I use these clips. These clips are excellent, guys. They're lock on clips. You screw that and it locks it on to wherever you want your hammock on your ridge line, so you don't have to have these sliding knots and tying knots all the time. The beauty about these, you can have your ridge line anywhere. You can put a hook in anywhere, so you can make all sorts of shapes with your tarp. Got these off eBay, I think. Got about 10 of them, and they're about a quid each, something like that. But they are excellent. Highly recommend them, guys. Highly recommend. Just go around the back, have a look. Go back through this way. See, I made this back there. As you can see, there's plenty of room back there for my bike and all my gear, to keep all my gear dry. You can see that pole there against the ridge line is lifting the back up, so my bike's nice and safe, nice and dry, which is ideal. I've got the tarp pegged down both corners, corner to corner. You can see all the logs in the way there, so it's not going to be straight. There you go, that's a view from the back. Okay, just a couple of pegs in the back, 3 pegs. Got that latch up there, that screw-on latch that I said, which locks the tarp to the ridge line, and one over the other side locks the tarp to the ridge line. Excellent. So you can have your ridge line, you're cutting your tarp anywhere, any angle. You don't have to have loops. You don't have to have loops everywhere to attach a ridge line. Just clamp one of those in. Just give you a close up of this clamp. Show you what it is, guys. There it is. Close up this time. All you do is release. Can I say that? Release that screw there. Put it over the ridge line and the tarp, wherever you want to clamp. Lock it in. That ain't going nowhere, guys. That's where you lock it in there. That's not going nowhere. And it beats buying all, making all your sliding knots. Plus, it makes the tarp a lot more versatile, because you can do anything with it. You can have your ridge line anywhere. You don't have to have eyes. See these eyes? A lot of people have got them all over the tarp. In the centre, in the middle, at the sides. You don't need them when you got these, which is nice. Right, and that's it. That's a quick review around the camp. This angle here, I've just broken down the image of the tarp there with those pieces of wood here. So it just breaks down the profile of the tarp from anybody coming in from behind me. Though nobody will ever come in from behind me. Eventually what I like to do, I like to build a wall here, a log wall this side, to cover the fire that side. The same on the back, a log wall down here and a log wall down that side as well, so it radiates the heat towards the tarp. That does several things, those log walls. All it is a couple of stakes and just lining up like stack logs on each other to make a wall. 2 or 3 reasons for that. 1, it dries out all your wood ready for burning. 2, it hides the flame, so no one can see the flame from any direction, so it hides the actual flame, so it keeps you a bit more stealthy. And 3, it radiates the heat straight to the tarp, which is lovely. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea. It's getting very warm now. See how pretty this is, guys. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Camp Christine in all its glory. It's a bit tatty, I know, but hey ho. That's LNT for you. All cheap gear, guys. I'll run through my bedding system later on, show you exactly what I've got, and my cooking stuff as well. We'll do that later, guys. I'm going to have a cup of tea. Till later. Be lucky. Right, for a quick cup of tea, save lighting the fire. Okay, in the winter it's fine, but I'll just use a cheap little stove, cheap little pellet stove. Just a nice foldable one. Got some pellets inside there. So you can put wood in there as well if you wish, but that's totally up to you. But I'm just going to try these pellets. I'm not sure what these pellets are like. Yeah, I bought this bottle of water. I don't usually buy bottled water. This smart water, because apparently these fit on the filtration system, the water filtration system I got, so I'll try that later. So pucker. Right. Also with my when I do lighting fires or whatever, I put a bit of this stuff on, guys. Excellent stuff. It gets it going quite quickly as well. You only need a drop of this. It's like fire gel. Excellent stuff. And just dribble a bit of this. Don't need much of this at all, guys. Just a little dribble on top of those little bricks. Lovely jabbly. Just put a little bit of tinder in there just to get that going. My fire. I've got no birch bark, tinder. I'll use some of my own. This stuff I use for my vaping, guys, to re-wick my coils in vaping, and it's bloody excellent stuff, I tell you. Cotton stuff. Just pop that in there. That should get it going. And keep it in a nice leather pouch. Lovely job there. Keep it nice and dry. I think it's about £6 for about 600 sheets of that cotton, which works a treat, guys. I did mention it on my last video if you want to have a look at that. Right, this should be good to go now. And get a kettle on. Burns a treat, that cotton does. Hopefully it will take. Get hold of those bricks. Lovely jabbly. Kettle's on, mother. There's burning a trace. That'll be boiling in a minute. A rolling boil. I mean, I don't usually bring out filtration systems, but they're really tiny these days. You can get them that big, really tiny. So it's always worth having one. But if I boil water, I think that's good enough, I really do. For drinking water, I'd boil it, let it cool down, and I'd drink it, no problem. But I'd advise everyone to have the filtration. But I've drunk river water and lake water since I was a youngster, as long as it's boiled. Starting to boil now, that is. Kettle's on, mother. There we go, rolling boil with 3 pellets. And they'll probably go on for a lot longer, those pellets. That didn't take long. That took about 4 or 5 minutes, you say. In there for a nice cup of tea. Lovely jubbly. I've got a striker in my bag with some char cloth and a bit of flint. We'll have a go at that later, show you what that's all about. That's another way to start a fire. So you've got your ferro rods, you've got your flint. You can use the bow method where it's friction against wood. That's really tough to do. You need to get the right piece of wood to do that. But there's no need for it here. Not when you've got a fire stick. Nice cup of tea is lovely. Watch you, back at you. Just give you a rundown on making a fire, or the way I make a fire anyway. Obviously you've got your pit, you've dug your pit out, put a bit of a back wall on it. Usually I have a fire guard at the back to reflect the heat, but I haven't bothered on this one. Perhaps I'll do that next time. And one either side as well. Usually have one coming down here and one across the back there to reflect the heat and also to dry the wood. But maybe next time. Yeah, so the first stage is to get your what I call grade 3 logs, your best logs that are going to burn for a long time. That's the best I can find around here. They're quite thick, about 2 inches thick, 3 inches some of them. Put them in the row at the bottom, because these are going to be your burning embers. These are not going to flare up straight away. It's going to be all the stuff that's going on top that will flare up into the fire. And these will eventually turn into embers, red hot embers that you can do your cooking on. So nice and flat, some ground laid out there, nice and level. As you can see, there's a gap. So there's a gap between each one. Leave about an inch gap between each one. That'll aid with ventilation, because fire will not work without oxygen, guys, and ventilation. So that's like a little ventilating shelf going underneath the fire. We recently get it started. Some lovely wildlife about today. There's been a lovely day, glorious. I've had to lie down for an hour, but I don't think I went to sleep. Right, so that's the first stage. Over the back there, you can see I've got all my various stages of fire cut, all prepared. There you go, you've got the kindling, you've got the stage 2 logs there and the stage 3 logs there, which is similar to this. Once we've got the fire flaring away nicely, all these embers are going as well. We just add some of the big logs on at a later stage to keep it burning. There you go, let's put that down there, lovely jubbly. There's birds flying all over my head here, blue tits, finches, yellow tits. There's a nest up there, he's just gone in with some worms or something to my left. So there's a nest in that old tree there. And I've seen 1 or 2 tree crawlers as well. They're quite rare to see, tree crawlers, the birds. Right, so second stage is get a bit of kindling on there. Just a bit of dry kindling, just to get the flames going to start with. Nothing too drastic. Just put that on there like that. The drier the better. Perhaps a few dry leaves as well might help it on its way. There you go. That's what I'll do. Get some of my cotton that I use, guys. Cotton in the leather pouch. A tuft of the cotton, lovely jubbly. Just pull that apart a bit. All I'm doing is just teasing this cotton apart. This has not been treated in anything like oil or wax or paraffin. It's just dry cotton. That's the way I buy it, and it works a treat for me. I'll just pop that in the middle there, guys. Lovely jubbly. So a nice little leather pouch to keep it all dry. Smashing. Right, I'm just going to find some leaves, dry leaves. If it's not dry enough to find dry leaves, use a bit of birch bark, just scrape a bit of birch bark. Just put a few of these around there, just to all help towards it. A few more little twigs. Take your time, there's no rush. And don't worry if you fail the first time. Just keep trying. You'll get a fire going eventually. Always bring a lighter with you, just in case you do struggle, because you want a cup of tea and some food. Right, I think that there will be enough. I mean, I could put some, I've got some petrolin gel. I could put some of that on there, but I think we'll be good with that. I'll get some of these logs ready here to go on the second stage. Once that starts flaring up. And we'll get the fire stick. Turn my fire stick the other way around. There we go. Let's go in. A few tiny twigs on there, nice dry twigs guys, because otherwise it won't take. Just gently to start with, little tiny twigs like this to start with. Just to keep that flame, we just want to keep that flame going to start with till it takes. There we go, I think we got that first time. Put a bit of the heavier stuff, the second grade, around the edge. Try not to disturb it too much. Don't want to knock that over now. We've got some nice air going underneath there. Lovely jubbly, a few smaller bits. And I think we're good to go guys. That's how easy it is to make a fire. And that's going to treat. Pucker. I'll get my beef cut up in a minute and my vegetables. I'll get the stew on because it'll take a bit of time. Slow cooked beef takes a bit of time. So we've got plenty of wood here to keep us going. Let's go on a treat now. There we go, that's lovely. I'm back behind the camera now. That's how easy it is to make a fire. It's all well controlled. I'll just turn that camera around guys, bear with me. There you go, back at me. Really enjoyed today. It's a shame I had to bloody go home, that was a pain in the backside. That messed the day up a little bit because I had a lot more planned to do, a lot more carving. But next time we'll do that. Hopefully later on tonight I'll carve a spoon or something, or a spatula. I need to find a nice piece of wood for a cookser, but So there's no birch around here, just might be able to find a piece of wood somewhere. How far is going to treat? Pucker, absolutely pucker. I better get this stew started, get my veggies sliced up. You know, I think the pigeons and the squirrels know I'm here. Because I've seen about 3 pigeons and 2 squirrels since I've been here. 48 hours now. Right, I need to make a pot hook. Because that's my pot that's going on there. It's a Pathfinder. I think that's a 3 litre. There you go. With the weight of the pot, that'll be fine. Just cut a groove into this now. Make sure the pot handle fits in the groove here like that. Over the top. Job's a good one. Lovely jubbly. I'll put it that way so I can get my stuff in. And if I want to get it nearer the flames, I'll just make a bigger hook, a longer one. I could have made a long one and put several notches in it like that, so I can bring it down as and when I want to. But that should be alright. I'll get some water in there. About a litre of water in there. Lovely jubbly. Just give that steak a bit of a rub in. If you see that, guys, just rubbing all the steak into that flour. I'll put a bit of butter into the ridge monkey, and we'll fry this away. I just want to brown it off. There we go, guys, see that? I just want to brown it off, that's all. Just season it all, get it all caramelised on the outside. We're not cooking it here, guys. We're just sealing the meat. I've just dropped a bit. There you go. Pack it. Don't know how hot that is. I think I'll drop that a bit lower. To start with anyway. Until it's all cooked, then it can slowly cook away later. Hopefully that will hold. Yeah, it should be alright. There you go, it's a bit lower, that's it. Lovely jubbly. I'll raise it later on so it cooks nice and slowly. I'll just get a bit of butter into the ridge monkey. Just a knob of butter. Butter makes everything taste lovely, guys. I do love the butter. It's a nice big knob of butter like that. Here we go. Into the monkey she goes. So we've got a knob of butter in there, guys. Yeah, you see that. Stick the steak in the other side and whack it on the plate. Turning it every now and then till it's nice and brown. Then we'll pop it into the stew. There you go. All that steak's in there with the butter the other side. All I do is just close that now, guys, and put it on the fire. There you go, hope you can see that. There's a ridge monkey there, yep. I've got some nice sauce, some American barbecue sauce I can stick in there. I've got some nice Chinese spice, that'll go in there, so it'll all make it taste nice. But it'll take about an hour or so for those first batch of potatoes to soften up. Then we'll put the second batch of potatoes in and the meat. I'll show you how this meat's cooking in a minute, guys. Won't take long to sear it off. I'll come back to you guys. Right guys, I'll put the second lot of potatoes in. The first lot had cooked, so by the time the second lot's done, the first lot will be in the water to thicken that water up a bit, make a nice homemade gravy as such. Put the barbecue sauce in, some Chinese fire spice, a bit of salt, bit of pepper, and it's looking pucker. Give you a nice close up. There you go, it's looking nice. So I'll just let that simmer away for about another hour, and I'll throw some dumplings in. The dumplings should only take about 20 minutes. No, it should be alright after half an hour. Then I'll throw the dumplings in for 20 minutes, and hopefully it should be ready. It should taste pucker, hopefully. That meat should be tender now, that beef. Gorgeous evening. Lovely. Can't wait to get some of that in my belly. With me rushing around and having to go home today, I actually missed breakfast, so I've not eaten today yet. Carl's just messaged me he can't come down, his daughter's poorly, which is a shame. So looks like I've got to eat all that myself. Probably got about 1.5 litres, 2 litres of stew. I shan't bother with bannock bread tonight. I might do some tomorrow or later on this evening. With me having to go home and get my chargers, cables and all sorts of stuff. But I still managed to leave my carrots and my peas, you bleeding idiot. But that should be alright like that. We've got onions, we've got mushrooms. So it should be okay. Potatoes, plenty of potatoes. Pucker. Pheasant in the background. Beautiful. I've not heard a soul, I've not heard a car, I've not heard a person, I've not heard a dog, which is wonderful. I'm really zoned in now. All the white noise is gone from home. Your worries seem to drop off as well. You seem to lose all your worries, seem to fade away. Okay, you've got to go back to them and all the stresses and anxiety that I have. But at least for the time being, we're settled, we're at peace, at one with nature. I'm not looking forward to that hike out, the walk out of here. Still, never mind. I'll take my time, do it in stages, I'll be alright. Right guys, I hope you can see there the light. Just while my dinner's simmering away, I thought I'd have a bit of target practice with my cat. This is laminated birch, I believe. I got the blank and I've carved that myself, put my thumbprints in it and everything, so I made it to fit my hand. I've also banded it as well. TTF. Like that guys. And I've got a little sight on the front there, whether you can see that. I hope you can see all this through the camera, probably not. I've got a bottle hanging there with some water in it. See if I can eat it from over by the fire. Hopefully I don't hit my my camera. Right, and we'll give this a shot, shall we? In now. So close that was. Zoned in now. Lovely jubbly. I used to be spot on with these. I used to get 9 out of 10 at 20-30 yards sometimes, going back when I was into bushcrafting many years ago. That's a lovely catty, handmade to fit my hand. Lovely jubbly. I will make some catapults in future camps if you want to look at that. Show you how to make them, how to band them, how to carve them, how to look for potential catapult branches. I'll show you all that in future videos, guys. Try to do a spatula or a spoon or something out of this piece of wood. It's a bit dry, but there's no birch about. I like some birch actually, but there's none about. But yeah, be careful with an axe. I've got a block here, so you know I can't come past and hit my knee. I'm coming straight down on the block like that, so there's no hazard there. When you're chipping away at a small piece of wood like this, grip it up the handle so you got more control. And just start with a couple of taps at the bottom, work your way up, then take it off. With those couple of taps, just loosen that wood up, couple of taps there at the bottom, work your way up, nice and gentle, take your time. Very dangerous axes are, so you have to be very careful, guys. Make sure everything's right. Make sure your axe is sharp as well. What I'm hoping to do there, that's going to be the handle of the spoon. This is going to be the bowl here. Eventually, if there's no nasty bits inside this wood, hopefully not. But so I just need to plane that out a little bit. Again, just little chips. Hold it up the shaft. Just little chips from the bottom, and work your way up. Keep your hands well away. I'm full control of this, guys. It's no good coming back here. You're going to be in trouble. Nice little taps, then take it all off there with a nice slice down, and again just work your way up, tilt the wood if you have to. I can see there's a bit of a nasty middle grain on this, so whether this will work out. Sometimes you take ages carving something, then you'll come to a nasty bit inside the knot and it's bloody ruined. But that's wood for you guys. So I'm keeping everything controlled. I'm turning the wood more than trying to turn the axe at an angle. The axe is just coming straight down and I'm turning the wood whichever angle I want. Again, slightly turn the wood. A bit of shape there, spoon. There's not a lot more I can do with the axe there. I'll take a bit of that back off. I don't mind that back too much. Hands well out the way, well up the grain. Just gently, don't rush it. There's a big hole nut there. Nasty old nut inside of that. Again, nice and gentle. Just work your way down. I'll take a risk if you have to, guys. They're all saying I'm not going through there, it's going to spoil the bowl a little bit. That's one of my bets. I've got to do that, hopefully. Take a bit more of that spoon out, nice and gentle. Just a couple of cuts all the way up. Just like that, and it's easier to get out. Alright, so I need to get the saw on that. Chop a bit of this bulk out of here. A bit too dangerous now, it's getting a bit thin to do it with the axe, so we'll get the saw on it now, guys. I'll come back to you in a minute. Right guys, see how my stew's doing. Just had a nice cup of tea. I'll have my stew, have a bit of a stroll I think, for half an hour before sunset. It's going down now, over in the west. That looks absolutely pucker, that does. You see me through the smoke. Right, we'll take that off, guys. I think that should be done now. I'll eat it straight out the pot, since there's only me here tonight. And we'll see what this tastes like. I was going to put some dumplings in, but I'm that hungry I can't be bothered to wait another 20 minutes. I'm just going to get this down my neck. Hopefully it's nice. Oh, it looks absolutely pucker. Mash them taters in a little bit. Lovely. All the potatoes gone different colour with the spices and everything that's gone in there. That looks absolutely pucker, guys. Let's have a piece of meat to start with. See if the meat is nice and tender. Here we go, guys. Bottoms up. Beef stew with barbecue sauce, Chinese spices. Bloody hell, it's delicious. Could do with a little bit more salt. Let's try potatoes. See if the potatoes are cooked. They should be now. It's been on for 2 hours. Oh, that meat is beautiful. Lovely job, let's have a bit of mushroom and a bit of meat all at the same time. Look at that, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Bloody hot though, too hot to eat. I just want to get it down my neck, I'm starving. That is beautiful. I'll just show you this, guys. So it's hard to see the camera. There you go, guys. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. The gravy is delicious. Wish I'd make some bannock bread now and put that in as well. Lovely, lovely, beautiful. Cracking by the fireside. Oh, let's put you over there for now. Here we go. And you can watch me get this down my neck. Just tilt the camera a bit. Here we go, lovely jubbly. Well, it's been another lovely day. Really enjoyed it again. Have I got enough food to stay another night? I think I probably have actually, but whether I will stay another night I don't know. Look at that lovely meat. The colour of them potatoes again, them are not carrots. That's a colour from the American barbecue sauce I put in there. That is divine. Would have been nice with dumplings as well, but can't be arsed, I'm starving. I usually have 3 meals when I'm out wild camping, but it's been one of them days today where I've been all over the bloody place. In fact, I think I'm going to let this reduce down even more. It gets more intense flavour. Stew's always better on the second night. It really is, guys. The longer it brews on the simmers on the fire, you let it cool down, then you warm it up again. It gets even better. Look at that chunk of meat there. Beautiful. That is bloody lovely. Right, you don't want to always see me eat this, guys. I'll be back at you later. A lovely fire now. Just have a quick warm up before I jump in the hammock. Get myself all wrapped up and cosy. It's starting to get dark now. It's a good old blast before I go. So I'm using up most of the wood that I collected, guys, and prepared. It's a good old fire, that is. That's warming my bones up a treat. Keeping my stew nice and warm as well, nice and hot. But that'll cool down overnight and I'll warm it up again and have it for dinner tomorrow. I'll probably go around about midday tomorrow, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock or something. I've got that hump to do, the walk out through those bloody woods with all my gear. I ain't looking forward to that. But hey ho. All the fun of humping with camping gear and a burger on your back. Especially a 60 litre one, 70 litre. Plus a bike, don't forget I got a bike to push as well. A few pheasants in those bushes over there. Well, that's bloody roaring, that is, isn't it? I am getting a bit hot here. Having a nice cup of tea and a vape. I'll settle down in a minute. Got an owl in the background. He'll be hunting later on. Same as the foxes. A cracking old fire that is. It's a beaut. There's not a lot of power left on my phone. My power banks are getting low as well. That's a lovely fire that is. Well, I've really enjoyed this. So it was a bit cold last night. Hopefully I'll be a bit warmer tonight. I'll put a woolly cap on and wrap myself up with another jumper as well. But it don't feel as cold tonight as last night. So hopefully I'll get more than 3 hours sleep tonight, if those bloody foxes leave me alone. Yeah, I highly recommend this, guys. Even if it's down to your local woods, just for a few hours, cook something with a trangia or something, just go out, hide yourself in the countryside, cook yourself a sandwich or something, nice cup of tea. And just sit in the forest, or the fields, or the beach, or the hills, wherever you like, and just chill out. Highly recommend it for the soul. Right, so I'm going to turn off now, guys, and get ready for bed. I'll let this fire run down a bit, and because I don't want to leave that burning like that while I'm in my bivvy. I'll let it run down first, so it's under control. And I'll get my head down, and unless I get my throat ripped out by a fox in the middle of the night, or a group of them, we'll see you in the morning, guys. Good night. What you guys, how you doing? Good morning on the third day. I didn't sleep very well again. It was a bit chilly again. It's there's lots of cold spots when you've got these mats under you on these hammocks. They slip about a bit, don't they, and it leaves you with cold spots everywhere. But I need to find a better system than that. And believe it or not, it's about 11 o'clock. I didn't sleep when it was night, but as soon as the sun came up, it warmed up a little bit. I had a bit of kip then, so I had a bit of a lie-in to catch up on my sleep, which is nice. Anyway, it's a lovely morning again. The foxes were going at it again last night, but they were further away, really screaming last night. But they were further away this time. Just give you a show of the camp this morning, guys. Spin round, upside daisy. That's what it wakes up to in the morning. The fire's well patted down. I think I just might burn those few logs that's left there. Get my pot on. My pot of stew's still there, which is good. I thought someone might have had a go at that in the night, but it's still there. Lovely jubbly. Absolutely lovely. Bit of a breeze today as well, which is quite nice. There's my trail camera there, looking down on the river. I'll have a look at that, see if anything passed through in the night. Right, guys, I'm going to get a kettle on because I'm gagging for a cup of tea. I've got no battery life left in my vaping device on my iPhone, so I'll have to think about wrapping up and getting out of here. Would have been nice to do another night, but I don't think I can handle this bed system I've got at the moment, so I need to have a look at that. I may go to use the backpacking tent next time. I'm a bit more comfy. I mean, it is nice and comfy, the hammock, but everything slides about so much. But hey ho, let's get the kettle on, mother. Later, guys. Can't beat a hot crossbone on the fire. Pucker. With some nice butter. Lovely jubbly. Melted butter on the top. Living the dream. Come on, kettle. Right, the last one. I carved a spoon earlier, and when I come to do the bowl, scooping out the bowl, there's a rotten bit running right through the centre of that wood. It just shows you got to get the right piece of wood to do your carving, guys. So all that carving I did, I think I carved it for about an hour, hour and a half. It's a waste of time because it had a rotten core on the inside, but you don't know that till you carve it. It's delicious, that is. Right guys, let's go and gather some water, shall we, from the river. I'm running low on water, so use this purification system. There's a bit of a beach up here. Look at that, it's glorious, isn't it? Bloody glorious. There's a bit of a spot up here where I can get down to the water. I'll set this camera up and you can see what I'm doing, guys. Try and keep away from the sludgy stuff if we can. That's a nice spot there. The river's well down. Got all gravel around the side here. Right, I'll put you down there. Hopefully you'll be alright then, you can see me. It's a bit muddy. Okay guys, that's the filtration system there on the bottle. It's a Sawyer, they're quite cheap. I've got it plugged onto a smart water bottle because they fit on there nicely, the plug. And all you got to do now is gather the water in this one. Blow it through so you can gather the water. Try not to get any bits if you can. And fill her up. Right, that's full of water. Just connect it to the end there, screw it in. This does work on gravity system as well, so you can hang the top up and it will work on gravity system I believe, but just squeeze it through. Idiot's mistake, I've left the bung on the end. I thought, what the bloody hell's going on with it? There's a little bung on the end of the filter. It's all raw on here guys, it's as you see it. Even with my cock-ups, and I've made a few cock-ups on this visit, I can tell you. Yeah, it does work on gravity system, but if you leave it like that guys, it'll take for ages. I mean, you could hang it up in a tree. You see that's dropping in there guys, it's going through the filtration system, the Sawyer, into the bottle, but it's best to squeeze it through because probably need a couple of these sachets full. God, it's gorgeous up there. It'd be nice going up there on a canoe, really would. I'm a big skewiff there, aren't I? Not to worry. It's a bit slow, you got to be patient. End of the day you're getting fresh water. Just release that a bit because come on, what's going on? That is bloody slow. What the hell is going on with that? Right guys, I found this better works. Trial and error. Work these things out yourself instead of listening to other people. Obviously you screw that end on because that's the arrow there. That's where the water's got to go in this direction. Put that on top of your dirty water, river water, whatever it is guys. Instead of using the nozzle, this smart water bottle, but loads of people said it's the best thing to use with this system, and it's crap because of the nozzle on the top. When that's squeezed in the nozzle, it fits in beautiful, it fits in lovely, but there's too much pressure and the water won't come out because of all the pressure inside. So it's best to use an open top like that. Just pop it on there guys and squeeze away and it comes out 10 times as fast. See, that bottle's nearly full. Fill it right up to the top. There we go, perfect. So using the nozzle with the nozzle on top of this smart water. Those guys that said the smart water thing was a good idea with that system. Talking toffee, don't work. There you go, lovely clear river water, nice and sterilised. Should have no worries with that, guys. I've got a bit more in there as well. I'll put in another bottle when we get back. So there you go, that's the Soye filtration system. Gets rid of 99.9% of the germs and bugs and whatever. Obviously it don't get rid of metals and stuff like that, but makes it all fit enough to drink. And if you're not happy with drinking that straight away, you can always boil it as well. But that is lovely, that tastes lovely. Right, there you go, guys, that's filtration for you if you're getting a bit of a pickle, or if you don't want to take water with you. As long as there's a water supply when you get there, you can use lakes, rivers, streams. Obviously salt water's no good, that won't work, but that's your water system for you guys. What you guys, how we doing? Well, that's all my stuff all packed up. Just got it all loaded on my bike. Get my burger all packed up on my back. Do the old rump out. Not looking forward to that, but never mind. Just had a nice freshen up, had a nice wash in the river. Got some more water for the journey home. Well, for the walk out anyway. And I'll show the camp in a minute when it's all nice and clear, guys. My channel, Leave No Trace, LNT. Lots of butterflies about. Love you, Christine. Lots of them. Yeah, so just cooling off in the shade a bit. Working up a bit of energy. I just had some chocolate bars as well. I haven't eaten much food, to be honest, and I think it's buggered me up a little bit. You got to keep the protein going in and the meat, and I haven't eaten much at all, which is a shame. It's probably down to me going home and messing up a bit, leaving my charge cables. Messed the day up a bit, a couple of days. But I need to eat a lot more than I've eaten. And I'm struggling a bit today, to be honest. Lack of energy. It's just lack of food, that's all. Just had a couple of bits of chicken, quarter pot of stew, tea cakes. I think that's all I've eaten in 2.5 days. You can't do that, guys. I've had plenty of liquids, but you need to get some meat and protein inside you. Anyway, I'll show you the camp all nice and clean, and we'll get the feck out of here, shall we? Right guys, all packed up. Here's an after picture where the campfire was there. My bivvy was up there, my tarp, my hammock. You can see no trace at all, guys. You wouldn't know I've been here. Lovely jubbly. There's no other bits of mess left by anyone else, because I don't think anyone else has been down here, so it's only my own rubbish I'm taking home. We'll say goodbye to the this beautiful spot. Here we go, there's all my gear. A bottle of water down there. My vape. All my gear's on the back of the bike. Lovely jubbly. I think I'll have another swill in the river before I go. It's cooled down. It's quite warm now. Here's my bike all packed up as best I can. My burger. I think that's a 50-60 litre. My core bag, which will go on the handlebars. Burger will go on my back. And away we go. Through that bloody jungle now. Not looking forward to this at all, but hey-ho. It's the joys of camping. Beautiful spot, absolutely lovely, really enjoyed it. I've learned quite a few things for next time, which is good. Cut my equipment down, have a lot more food, make sure I'll do a tick list that I want. Because this equipment here, guys, I must have, oh I don't know, probably 50% more than I need. But I thought I'd bring it anyway, because I just wanted to try my kit. I didn't get to try my tent. Perhaps we'll try that next time, guys. A lovely breeze coming through there off that field. Lovely jubbly. Right, goodbye to Camp Christine. Thank you very much. Countryside, nature, we are blessed. We really are blessed. Get out there, guys. I might have a word once I'm out of this jungle, once I'm the other side and on my bike. Nice little find here, guys. Is that screen or mystery? That's better. Here you go. Any ideas? I know where it is. So you guys, your comments down below. That'd be nice varnished up. Pity the snout's missing, but usually goes first. Nice little skeleton. Here you go. Comments down below what you think it is. Just sitting in the sun, catching some rays, watching the butterflies flutter by. Nice breeze on my back. I've nearly finished the walk out, just having a rest. I can hear the road, the country lane behind me, so I'm not far now. She's pucker. Now, I don't think I'll come here again this time of year. I might come down in the winter when it's cold and it's all falling back. But it's beautiful, beautiful spot. Absolutely glorious. There is a field access there, but it's farmer's land. I don't want to go through there. I could put my bike over the fence and drive down the field all the way down this coppice, the 2 miles, wherever it is, down to the river, and get back over the fence, but I don't want to go over the farmer's land. It'd certainly be a lot bloody easier than coming through here. The sun's so warm, it's lovely. But I'm having to rest every 10 minutes, I'm just so exhausted. I don't know what's going on. Must be to the lack of food. Whether I've got a bug or something, I don't know. But I'll hump me burger 10 minutes and I have to rest. Then I have to hump my bike. I have to rest 10 minutes. I don't know. Perhaps I got a bug, I don't know. But I haven't eaten much. Lots of cabbage butterflies fluttering around. Love you, Chrissy. Oh, that sun is so warm, it's baking. Where are we? End of May nearly. Lying here, that's got to be 22, 23 in my face, that sun. Beautiful. Right, we're nearly out, guys. That camera's resting on my leg, so it's a bit skew-if. The real world's just behind me on that country lane. Back into the real world. This is my real world. If I had a choice, I'd stay here. Live it out in the wild. I suppose you could do it in this country, but it'd be quite difficult. You need somewhere like Canada, really. Or one of the Nordic lands, where there's plenty of wild lands that you can just disappear for your life. Alaska. Right, I can't sit here sunbathing all bloody day. I've got to get out of here. Till later, guys. We're nearly out, we're nearly there, thank God. Got a little patch meadow of mint here, guys. Here we go, some nice mint. It smells absolutely gorgeous. Just pick the young leaves off the top here. I just pick the top shoots here. Those top shoots here, guys. I'll just turn this camera around. Zoom out, Stephen. We don't be that close to my ugly mug, especially unshaven for 2.5 days. Oh, let's get the sun behind me. Absolutely smells lovely in this patch of field. It really does. Yeah, just get that. Pick the nice fresh buds. Just mash them all up in your teeth. Straight to Wrigley's chewing gum. It's amazing. Nice in a salad. Nice with lamb. Just chopped up lamb. That's nice. That's quite refreshing, actually. Just massacate it in your... Just Pretend you're a cow for a minute. All the flavours will come out. That's just like Wrigley's spearmint gum with a bit of a grassy taste. Not as sweet as chewing gum. A lot more healthy, I know that. But there's lots of health benefits in wild mint. Right guys, we're nearly bloody out. It's crack on, it's getting on now. Till later. Well, we're out guys, yippa-doo-doo. Out at last. Open road ahead. Lovely jubbly. I've got no money on me to pop in the pub for a shandy. That would have been cracking. But the forest that I come out of was up there somewhere guys. So knackered, let's get home, let's have a bath. Might pop down the pub later this evening for half a shandy, that'd be nice. Gotta get that burger on my back, get on my bike and hit the road. That was very nice, that fella there in that van stopped and asked if I was alright. Very nice. Right in the middle of nowhere. I could have had a puncher or something I suppose. Very nice. Lovely to see. Thumbs up whoever you were. Doubt if you'll ever see this video, but thumbs up buddy. Right. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. That's enough of that, Steve. Let's get going.